Yo, what is up, bros? Back with another 1960 challenge Conquest, throwing down some Italy. This will be the 18th Conquest completed. We're still working for those achievement points to get the last general on the list, get all our rewards. As you know now, from the Easy Tech Post, the next World Conqueror 4 update is scheduled for late June. And I still got a lot of these conquests to get through. I still got 1950 conquests to get through. I would like to have all the possible achievement points collected. That way, when an update comes out that happens to add more rewards, I can unlock a crap load of them as soon as it comes out. That is my goal. Like, I don't know if this next update will have an expanded reward. I think, yeah. I mean, then sometimes they like add that late or mention it late. I don't know. We'll have to see. Probably not, but I don't know. I mean, who knows? Maybe it will. Anyways, bros, I made an oopsie somewhere along the lines of doing these conquests. So I said this will be the 18th conquest by the data recorded by World Conqueror 4, right? The 18th. However, I have 19 videos out of conquests in 1960 challenge. So what had happened was, somewhere along the lines, I must have completed a conquest, made a video on it, but it didn't save. And I mean, that's one of the problems with Android emulators. And I've mentioned this to people when they were asking me, and maybe a new generation, or not a new generation of World Conqueror 4 players need to hear this if you're using an Android emulator. Always back completely out of the game itself before closing down the Android emulator. Otherwise, it's almost like half the time where you left off isn't going to be where you start next time. That's why after every conquest, after every event, after anything I do of importance, I try to save to the cloud. Obviously, one time I forgot to, and yeah, that happened. Because sometimes even if you back all the way out and close, sometimes it still doesn't save. Not very often. Most of the time that problem is when you just close out Nox with the game still open. But there is every so often you can back out of the game completely, close down Nox, come back. And it's not just Nox, it's like Mimu as well. I wish they could somebody could take the good things from Nox, which is what I'm playing now, and Mimu, which I had played for a long time, and kinda put them together. Because Mimu is far more stable on my computer. Like, every so often Nox and the file associated with Nox will cause me a blue screen of death. Never had that happen with Mimu. But then the problem with Mimu is the zoom function is so shit. It is so awful, the zoom function on Mimu. Like, for a game like this, it's either you're all the way in or all the way out. There's like barely any in between. It's and it didn't used to be that way. It's like they updated it and it was shit. So it's like, can an Android emulator add two good things together? And I've never tried BlueStacks. I know a lot of people have, and I see that listed a lot. I've never actually tried it. Maybe that is the answer. Maybe that is the kind of the good from Nox and the good from Mimu without the bad of each one. But anyways, that's my rant on Android emulators. And I still get people asking how I play this on computer. Well, for those of you who didn't know, now you know. Android emulators. And now you know which ones I use. Right now, I prefer Nox. In 2 months, if Mimu gets an update and it makes the zoom in function better, I'm going back to Mimu. Simply because of the crashing. The zoom out function on Nox is good. So yeah. Lost Rome, bros. What sitting here talking about Nox, lose Rome. So I would like to... This is what I would like to do. As I am grinding these, right? I gotta figure out how many I need to do. I need to force myself to do them. I've been saying... every time an update comes out, I say the same thing. Man, I'm gonna power through all these conquests so I'm ready for the next one. And I actually... I think I did it one time. Maybe with the 43 conquest achievements, maybe. I'd like to throw in little challenge conquests, right? Like my idea for Victory Day, I was going to play... Well, I should say I was going to attempt like 43 Soviet Union with no generals. Or 39 Germany, no generals. You know, just interesting conquests, switch it up. Although, you know, I still gotta get the grind on. I mean, literally, as I'm saying this today, it's like late June will be here before I even know it, and I'll be complaining that I didn't get all the conquests completed. It's about time we drop... Yep, you guessed it. The air, bro. So we can get the African scorpion cleared out. Actually, we need the Middle Eastern scorpion cleared out first. European scorpion should be about on their last leg here. Yeah, again, I'm not gonna put down too many generals. That reminds me of the update. What they were mentioning in the update about the air. I really didn't understand kind of what they were getting at all. Like how they were gonna redo... I don't even know how they referred to it as. I'm still not sure what they meant by that. But I don't like the way we are forced to play 1960 Challenge. I don't really like using... Look, I don't like spamming missiles and taking out whole continents with missiles. I'd rather be able to, you know, put down my generals and do some work. But, you know, I'm going for speed. I'm going for precision. I'm going for violent speed and momentum. And there goes the Middle Eastern scorpion. I mean, I guess I could ban myself from using missiles. I could ban myself from using any. Maybe that's one of the challenge conquests that I make for myself. No air besides airborne units. No offensive air. How about that? But I do get to use airborne units. Boom! European scorpion goes down. But yeah, if you guys got ideas, I mean, if I see them in the comments and they're really good, I would definitely take them. Like, I think 43 Soviet Union, no generals is a really good one. 39 Germany, no generals would be a good one. And challenge conquest, by the way, not normal. Challenge all the way. I am done with normal. I'm over normal. Completely over it. I only want to be challenged. Even though challenge is not exactly challenge anymore. Well, I guess we need to get Spats working through Africa. Marnstein's going to easily handle what is left of the Scorpion Empire. Easily. Get this range. Oh, we still can't. We're one short. Yeah, I mean, they pretty much... I mean, African Bros pretty much handled their, or the Asian Bros pretty much handled the Asian Pacific Scorpion. I'm just coming in for cleanup duty. Alright, Spats, I don't think you are going to be able to clear everything, but maybe half? Nice. Bros, let's have a discussion about... As we're talking about air, I'm thinking back to World Conqueror 3 and, you know, how you couldn't build airfields. You were just stuck with what they gave you. Man, I know that I hated it back then in World Conqueror 3. There was certain areas in certain years of maps that it was just absolutely horrible. I'm trying to think. I remember two. I think I remember two pretty well. There was... I don't remember what year. Probably 50, 60. I don't know. But when you were trying to go east, and the last airfield you had, I think, was Tehran. You couldn't reach any of the Chinese cities, and they would spam those super heavies, and you only had crappy air. And then also taking out Australia. There was no good air coverage there either. And back then, I think we could all agree we hated that. But at the same time, I think adding the ability to upgrade or even place air in World Conqueror 4 removed a significant part of the challenge. And I know we probably talked about this originally, but with 1960 Challenge Conquest, it kind of is coming back again. Like, imagine playing 1960 Challenge Conquest, you couldn't put down airfields. Like, there'd be a few cities with missiles. That would mean Spats couldn't cover everything. And it would make perfect sense because now we have elite air units. Right? We have elite air units. I think they should take some of what you can build away, honestly. I think, you know, with the elite air units in the range, and now you have technology to increase the range and make some of the air abilities better. It's just, it became too overpowered with the already, now you can build, you know, airfields anywhere you want it. I think they need to retool that and maybe, I don't know, boom, African Scorpion goes down. Maybe make it to where, man, see, I don't know how you would do it. Maybe give you one upgrade, like you can upgrade an airfield to 1. That way you can use the airborne units. I think that's important that you can still use those. But not higher, and probably not build missile facilities. That would add so much challenge. I mean, that's what should be added to Challenge Conquest. Like, take away things that make it easier. Not just give all the generals health and shit. Take away that we can build airfields in a Challenge Conquest. Oh, I'd be so pissed. But also, it'd feel good. It'd bring back those old memories. You know, those old World Conqueror 3 memories. With the super heavy spam coming out of Tehran, going into China and the Soviet Union because you had no air coverage. You had no missile technologies. And there was times that that little trek between Tehran and China would end whatever generals you had left in that area. They were just done. They went there knowing that was their final. You know, somebody brought up... No, I won't even mention that. Anyways. Yeah, that's... I mean, okay, I ran it on Nox. I ranted on the airfields. But I think you guys, when you think about it deeply, I think you would agree with me. Initially hearing it, you might be like, no, I like that you could build airfields, but think about it. Think about the game, I think would be better if you couldn't. I'm curious what you guys think. You know what? I might put up a poll or something just because I'm curious. I wonder how I would word that though. Maybe given that we have elite air units. Given that we have these generals that are so overpowered for air units. The ability to still be able to build airfields. It's just... I'm thinking how to word it in the... I don't want to make it too long because nobody's going to read it. I know you guys, TikTok generation. You can't write much over 2-3 sentences or you, like, you know... You're done. Anyways, bros, we're about to wrap this up. 18th. See how easy? I would have much rather got one general on New York, spam super heavies, throw down generals, get to use all my generals. Like, I don't even get... I got so many generals that aren't even done with, like... Well, I shouldn't say so many. There's a portion, let's say maybe 25%, maybe even 30% of my generals that don't even have the general files. You know, the 2 little levels you can gain in there, get some medals. I don't even have those done for, you know, 25, 30, maybe even a little bit more of my generals. Just because 1960, just after you survive and get your economy going, only air. But one last time, guys, one last time. Easy tech. And bros, agree with me. Challenge conquests. Fixed cities with airfields. So much better. Than just, you know, always avoid Davis, always avoid Osborne. I do need to get my B-52s upgraded because I don't have very many of them. They're so OP. On city health, just melts it. I just don't have enough. Get rid of that anti-air to my missiles. Oh yeah, that was the other argument. And now with the tech you get. With the tech you get to choose from. Man, I could go on all day bitching about that. I gotta stop myself. Let's just wrap this up. Let's just get back into the game. Talk about what's going on. Relax. You know how I feel now. You cannot change my mind. Okay, so we gotta hold out maybe one more round. Then we should have enough. Go ahead and wrap this up. I'm curious, though, how many countries you gotta play with. Actually, you know what? Actually, I think I'm at 18 with 1950, too. And if I play 2 with each, I would get a... Boom! Asian and Pacific Sorbian goes down. I could get a lot of points just from 4 conquests. I usually try to write down which countries I play with so I don't have to go back through all my videos and try to find which ones I've done. Which is a problem with 1950 because I already threw away the paper that had the countries I had played with. Yeah, and then I buy air generals for helicopters. I never use them. I would say mostly because a lot of it is my helicopters are such crap level. I will say that I'd be more apt to place them in a pinch if I had better, higher level helicopter elite units. But we know the helicopter bros are getting better as well from the update. Boom! In 19. I was thinking low 20s, but yeah, 19. Not too bad. Let's check it out. And make sure. 18 of 20. Alright, bros, if you enjoyed this content, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, make it for next episode. Peace.